Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. The show of Mumbo Jumbo. See. Hi. Welcome. Also, I should probably turn some light on. There we go. Here we are again. How far away we are? I don't even know. They're quite a while now. I am not 100% sure that we can finish it today, but we will try. Hopefully my voice is better than last time. But we will see as time goes on. Let's see, is everything fine? Yeah. Okay. We are almost 4 minutes in. Let's actually start. Not yet. There we go. For the next hour, the trio waited inside the boat. The attention were on the marginally focused on the shore below them. Instead, their eyes and ears were glued to the surveillance of the surrounding area. So far, they had nothing. But given how the show was set to be ending soon, they felt it wouldn't be long before Mumbo arrived. They kept their eyes over the CCTV monitor briefly, while looking down at the circus with a slight amount of interest. There were acrobats soaring over the wires high above the ground, and were doing text and the mirrors of the operators. Gradually various items, and generally making illusions of themselves. All in all, Mike was generally unimpressed. Nothing good enough as a Lucas menu, most percentages were higher than that. But not being chuckled to himself, I figured that he had nothing. Yeah, something told me this kind of place wouldn't be your type of thing, he said. And after a moment, I studied. Because that I think you would have liked the flying racers. You were something else. Why stared at him for a moment? Behind that cheerful face, you could see the pain that was still had within it. You could easily understand why. A child losing their patience is always tough, and Nick had to watch it happen before his very eyes. It was no wonder why he, and most would have turned to a fight afterward. Yes, I would have liked to have seen them, but I admitted before turning back to a surveillance. Raven, you sense anything? Raven, with her eyes closed, continued to wave her hand around the sense for money. Her face was crouched in concentration, and as she continued to sky her hand, began to see it. As her eyes shot open, both wide and Nightwing turned sharply to face her. Raven began, only for the light in the circus to shut off. A moment later, several spotlights began to circle around the circus floor, and the heavy fog started billowing in from the performance entrances. Ladies and gentlemen, the announcer proclaimed. The performance began to exit the stage. Boys and girls of all ages, I now represent you tonight's grand finale. Okay, time to move. Let me whisper a suggestion to Raymond. After more got on it, and carefully got a hole into the glass. Once she was finished, carefully left it in the circle of glass and placed it on the ground, allowing Rice and Nightwing to get to the high beams on top of the tent. They were flying up to them, flashing themselves on the beam. The hero watched with no light as the announcer continued to speak. He's amazing! He's wonderful! He is the greatest magician in the world, with skills beyond anything you have ever seen before. It was called than that, and Nightwing and Rice zoomed in and the spot that when I was now converging. Now put your hands together for... It would be funny if it wasn't Momo. Just a normal circus performer. Round began to sound off, building a crescendo. Then a large puff of smoke erupted in the center of the stage. Then almost like a vacuum, the smoke began to be sucked into the center, revealing a bowing Momo. The amazing Momo! He finished with a flourish. And then upload, Lola stared at him in silent horror. The loud scream rang out, and the people tried to get out of their seats. The frantic escape. Momo just died while waving his hand, causing everyone to be tied to their seats, by their feet and waist. And leave before the show is over? My! And I thought my lost audience had got an exception. Oh, I will give you a short instruction. I scowled onto her mat. I shifted in my ventilator chamber, the wire of his gas. She wanted nothing more than to jump down and screw at him under her bed. But she stayed her hand, and I made still. Well, Momo continued, while hoping to at the podium. I have a show for you all tonight. Troll tales, danger, intrigue, and so much more. May I present you my assistant for this evening? Momo then took his head off his head, and from it stood for several objects. But I guess what she saw looked inside of cages for various animals that could only be her transformed fans. Not again, Raven groaned. Remember the last time this happened? My wife continued to study for friends for new forms. Instead of one cage, what she could only assume was her team. She saw a black furred wolf mom with a red tail along its head, hiding behind a much larger yellowish brown bear. 5 minutes pairing the two as her bear yelling, and the thunder Black Panther, causing growling and roaring against Momo, was like to be. I could easily see that Blake was having offended and what Momo had turned her into, and she was glad she could not understand what she was saying. Inside another cage was Team Juniper, because like their sister team, they too were now turned into muscular animals. John had been turned into what appeared to be a golden retriever, when being washed away by Leonard Spiro. A startlingly owl was on the patch of the small beam, and its orient eyes telling her it was most likely a hen, while a sea lion wearing a pink skirt was kneeling upright, or marking and clapping. No action if there was ever one. If there ever was one. In the final cage was what left of the title. Sapphire was presented transformed into a tiger, while the in the angry looked at Nightwing's face above seeing her state. My Sapphire was transformed into a large bear, with Sapphire implanted on its head. In contrast to the others, this boy was not transformed into a single animal. Instead, he was changing rapidly between several different limited objects, including a lamp, telephone, and even an electric car, with which he managed to move through the gaps and with the cage mouth only for a fast way to send him back. because it has been turned into his last name. What was covering in here was a small ring of fire that engaged her. It was then that twice noticing the bird on the other title. Thank her! Then they had tried to get her for free, but something Mumbo had done prevented them from getting to her. When I get my hands on him, I ring out. I saw his black head. All it was like a few furious lightning to place her hand, place his head on her shoulder. Wait, we have to find an opening, he told them, with him having to hold himself back. Mumbo at this point was floating high above the audience, still well below themselves, as he began acting on the stage. They saw boxes, rings, cages, and podiums form out of thin air. Spotlights turned most colored and they highlighted specific sections, and Mumbo created all of it with an air of orchestrated composure. He had a flair for the narrative, I give him that. Wise note as she carefully walked along the edge of her beam to get a better view. I think named over to another for the same reason, while he remained rooted in place. At this point, Mumbo forced the transformed heroes out of their cages into their positions. I felt a twinge of pride at how, even now, they attempted to fight back against their captor, only for Mumbo to conjure a whim and strike them, the blow sending them back. Back, you animals, back! Make only on even louder, at the crack, but another series of whip strikes was turned into a series of round podiums. With a loud crawl, Jack attempted to swipe at the crazy magician, only for a gorgeous pair of Mumbo to appear and toss her back with a pair of whips. To watch his disgust, the gorgeous pair of Mumbo appeared to be female. Ah, stay tuned for my lovely assistant to keeping this crazy beast contained. Mumbo vowed at the pace. The mage had to force herself to look away. This was not an image I wanted to see today. As we began meeting and they watched Mumbo begin his show. He hid the version of himself and forced the animal friends into performing a humiliating act. With Blake and Pure, a version of himself dressed as a lion tamer, named the two cats with two girls with the hand chair and the spiked whip. The two cats clawed and roared at the tamer Mumbo, but the man merely smiled and followed them further and further up to the podium. With the angry cyborg, he had forced them into tiny bicycles, and managed to become them into riding them. Both of them glared at the laughing Mumbo, and when he forced them into juggling both bowling pins at the same time, those glares only intensified. Had they not been magically glued into their seats, it's likely that they would have attacked the man. Other Mumbo was forcing an all hand to carry Snake Magon to the several rings of fire. What started to eat for the terrified Martian girl, who was suddenly caught around her fellows, and the last line unsuccessfully finished whenever they had screwed to the rings. The mice vowed to teach her to something after this. Though was counterbalancing a green ball, who had to be Miss Boy, on the tip of her nose. Different things happened appeared to me at least trying to make light of the situation. Finally, Joe was currently being forced into pushing the barrel, with the more puppy Ruby, balancing herself on top of it. Another Mumbo, who might assume to be the actual Mumbo, was currently flying around the tent, and using his hat, took out all the valuables from the audience with manically. Thank you, you are too kind. He proclaimed, and more nuanced actually once process was sucked into the endless void, the Mumbo sound. and one night he called the two women to join him. Raven and White immediately complied. Okay, let's take part, he began. Right now, Mom was focused on entertaining everybody. We can use it as a distraction. Raven, can you turn our friends back to normal? No, he admitted. Let's put these ones still in play, but I should be able to free them from their captivity. Let's really have to work. Who's getting them and the audience out of the ear first? Let me get Mumbo. He then turned his attention towards White, who herself was a deep tone, and she stared deeply at Mumbo. Something on your mind? White humped to herself before looking back at the two sailors. I have an idea, but I want to ask you to do something first. Am I correct in saying that Mumbo, more than anything else, loves the spotlight? Yes, Raven answered with a nod. Everything is shown to him, and he is the main star. Right. White hummed, while humming her chin, looking back her down at the thieving magician. He continued. How long do you think you can try to free everyone before he notices? Not long, but if I set up properly, I should be able to free everyone at once. That will take too long, White started. Listen, why is taking her out? What we need to do now is buy more time. How do we do that? Asked Wingate, and White turned her hand towards him. That's smart. I think the spotlight over him, of course. Lightning and Raven stared at her for a moment, before looking back down at the man in realization. Yes, admitted, beginning to see White's train of thought. If we upstage him, he will allow him to try to counter with an even bigger performance. Allowing Raven the time she needs to get everyone out and corner him. One problem. How are we going to do that? Raven pointed out another sports thing. I mean, White's a singer. To the point, and they would have shown to the top of whatever he could do, they were unlikely to get the reaction they needed. If anything, they would just attack them outside and take them into a fight. They would undoubtedly lose. As much as Nightwing didn't want to admit it, he now think that him performing a solo flying engagement routine would cut it. But he noticed a thoughtful look on White's face. He looked towards her in expectation. You have an idea? Yes. And almost a moment left someone, White turned and looked back towards them. Do you have a microphone? He asked, and Nightwing arched an eyebrow at the question. Yes? Why? White smiled wider than that. And when she told him exactly what she had said, Nightwing and Raven couldn't help but smile back. By the time White had managed to make her way down to the ground, Momo was heavily expanded upon his performance. He was forcing the heroes into doing anything outlandish, not to mention dangerous acts. Singing on fires over a fire pit, balancing on thin rods over meadow spikes, dodging heavy pendulums over a time beam, and many others that shouldn't even recognize. It was barbaric, and judging by the audience's reception key, they too didn't find enjoyment in the spectacle. He doubted they would have even if they weren't being cast as captive. The lack of reaction only served to make the sea having Mumbo angrier, and one of his men later making a stand of rope that tied themselves to everyone's arms and hoisting them up to their feet like a metal wrestling. Come now, these pitiful creatures have worked tirelessly for your entertainment. How can you just say on your seats and not unload them? You not an captive audience. And after a moment of nervous applause, so they began to tickle out. He seemed to be satisfied, and this response. Thank you, you are so kind, he said with a flourishing bow. Bow, sorry. Now for my next talk, we will... This show sucks, my son said at the top of her lungs. This is all into the ring, like a costume for all to see. I won't with good credit. The mumble shall be turned around. Said at the hunters. What? He replied. His voice was of faith, he didn't show it, and he had continued to walk forward. You heard me. This show, for lack of a better word, sucks. It's derivative, uninspired, not to mention needlessly cruel. I mean, you have all this vast, unimaginable magical power, and all you give us is our Hindi brothers? The captive ordered chuckled and raised his gag, causing her to smirk, and as she moved to shut her eyes up toward the roof. She saw Nightwing, and he was not making down at her. Then he leaned up, interacting with the sands, lighting go to the system. And he was preparing herself to run down at any moment. I mean, honestly, I would have expected something like, Zatara, or whatever, not whatever this is. I continued, the mumble marched over to her with heavy sobs, but I spent other therapists to work. From behind the magician, you see her friend gawk at her, while Mary Yang was meaning to laugh. Yeah, this is more thing. This woman has nothing on me. Almost just said, I'm moving his finger to say that right his chest. And moreover, who are you to criticize me for standing out here by myself? And trying to understand the message. Someone, I said that. I earned a blue back of cards for the message remark. Sending her skidding back on the ground. But he also prepared to jump to the path, so that unprepared hand can never me. As she got to her feet, a fuming mumble with her team, somehow mellowing out of his ears, got at the hunters. Standard? Is that what you call it? Mumble was while entirely catching his face. Please, I know you hero types. The standard you have is the most market driver. Human. Video games, cartoons, business explosion and violence. You have no type of appreciation for the performing arts. Oh, I have plenty of appreciation for the performing arts, but you know what I appreciate more? Knowing that the person performing can actually perform. Mumble was still as wise as his remark. His eyes glowing red. Take her a chance, her even began to slowly move to the outskirts of the tent, standing of dark body sweeping across the floor, and untying everyone. A few spectators noted, like a gesture from the harm demon, told them to go quiet. How dare you! Mumble shouted as he raised his man, while the voice continued, he pointed yet again. See? There it is again. The magic you are telling me with right now isn't even yours. It's the one's. You are not doing this under your own power, grown from talent or developing practice and hard work. No? You found a cheat instead of admitting to it and trying to develop yourself. You recently decided to pass it off entirely as your own. That's against me, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Almost face turned around, and hissing steam erupted over the ears. Going, his hand grabbed his lodge, giving him a shout at the top of his lungs. Now see here. Then pretended to have an epiphany, raising her arms and raised her finger. You know what? I'm pretty sure that even I could do a better job than this people. Mumbo stared at her, then set out his coat, by crossing his arms. I would like to see you try. My smart and reached into her pouch, they were pulling out the microphone. Seeing this, Mumbo couldn't tell but laugh. Oh, you are going to sing! He said with a smile. Bryce ignored him and took the immerse, while he himself began to laugh. That's adorable. I didn't know American Idol was coming to my stage. I would have said, please go on. Bryce got on the mat before looking up. Nice wing. I finished his modifications and flashed a thumbs up was from my hair. He leaned back, an opening note of a piano played out. Then, he began to sing. I am not even gonna try. It is hard to sing a song. But it is this song right here. Oh, it's a different line. Miro, can you hear me? He sang. Really started playing out thanks to the modification Nightwing had made. One more satisfied John, as her voice had written to understand. And the last cheer and applause broke out among the audience. They were holding in excitement, by tapping her fingers together, and every mouth out around happily. I continued. Do I hate you? Are you even listening? Can I get through? Ah, so you are actually writing down the whole song. Great. There's a part of me that's desperate for changes. Tired of me being treated like a pawn. But there's a part of me that stares back from the inside of the mirror. Part of me that's scared I might be wrong. That can be wrong. This actually might be Mirror Mirror Part 2, I think. Good thing! She's good! Amy muttered as she began to manipulate the light into shining down on top of her. She could only believe she was good from how she described herself, but seeing her now fully moved her emotions into an undeniable fact. The audience seemed to agree, and the applause was growing louder, and Mumbo was getting angrier and getting upstage. He was finally looking around and yelling at everyone to stop, trying to get the supply to put it back on him. But the wise men ignored him and continued singing gracefully. They were crowded between the audience and moved toward the captured heroes. As rapidly as they could, the audience began moving out of the tent, and one more remained desperate on wise. But I don't need them to suffer any longer. He is very undemanding for the part. After seeing the mirror that kept me in pieces, that stood me speed in my mind and my heart. This is my asshole, yeah, this is Mirror Part 2. It is a nice song. I suggest you listen to it, the whole song. It should be available on both Spotify and maybe even YouTube. I'm not your bad, but I don't think you own. I was not more guilty of your crimes. Your actions and your influence can't hold me anymore. I will remain possessed, but not by your royal test. I will not surrender. This life is mine. The mice has finished her course, almost him, by standing giving his hair. Oh, so you can sing! He asked while falling in one round, forming a massive thing. It contained lights and the man carried mountain of his head. You can play a light game. I think someone late. Almost began a song by sending forth a ring of magical energy, bringing wise back and causing everyone to quiet. On almost crowd hope that wrapped itself around Wise and bound her. Almost right, but Wise growled in anger and began to sing. You think you can defeat me? Oh man, how strong! Almost continued by using his magic to manipulate Wise's body, thrusting her into a makeup stand by surrounding her with a large and unlimited playing card. Well, Titan, one thing you should know, I am the one with magic powers around here, and I am the one who runs the show. I am the master of ceremonies, so that means that you say, bring it away with my magic wand. I am a master of your fate. Using your lips to free yourself, by sitting up to her feet, and left behind Momo. Watching the others behind him was fleeing out of the exit. I was working on removing the trap's hero's magical bindings. He was getting close, but Momo appeared to turn around, but immediately launched into yet another storm. He from the earth's passion, forming a series of waves behind her at the same time. Come at me and you will see, I'm more than meets the eye. You think that you will break me? You will find in time you are standing too close to flame that's burning, hotter than the sun in the middle of July. Sending out your army, but you still can't win. Listen up, silly boy, and I'm gonna tell you why. I burn! And then the young man becomes a super saiyan man. My thing, but who gives power my firepower can, after into columns of flame. Though less that remain here at the side, by more fighters. Wise Mimar continued. Then told me now, you have nothing that can stop me, I run. Think all you want, like people I will take you down. I will not even try to sing once again. Especially not with stuffy nose. The problem is still about. I can't do anything about that. And while it is flowering, I can't even retaliate. But what happened to retaliate with his ropes? My skateboard jumped over them, that's all, and on the platform left, doing a mocking crossing. At the same time, one more crowd and this, and the other cheered even louder. Raise your pain in your dreams. I continue to sing by moving from platform to platform, dodging the arranged Mambo's attacks toward her. You will never make me bow. Kick my ass, I'm like that. I am the Sebastian now. You are something you find, and you just can't finish. What's in the heart why you came you on the floor? Almost in the device. My stomach. The song thought. Ah, this was still. Oh, okay. And large to large, conscious gloves at her. For the wise men looked up with her lips. Being out your hands, why shoot them up, maybe? High as you can go, but I'm the one who can soar. I run. Well, then let mice continue, almost heading to enlarge himself. To counter his side. Towered over right. His hand almost reaching those that support me. Along the trestwho. I'll be here doing this, we are gonna have a crossover again. That you are too big for this tent, and that tell me your own fault, or problem. But he was so satisfied on the woman, who was upsetting him, and that he was blind to that thing. Who himself was skating down the side of the tent, and began escorting people out, as soon as he got to the floor. Meanwhile, he's playing on other heroes, and they began getting dollars out, or one more in the little sea, or building Gotham, as he started to get his spotlight, by all singing by. Reach just a Hocus Pocus and Sleight of Hand, you are all under my command, he sang, confirming twice that he was no longer paying attention to everyone outside of her. His more than this, all this only seemed to make him angrier, as he did in summer gloves, and walked on 2 fingers. Put them all in the cages, keep them all apart, and see everybody, and show them what to start. Several of the gloves turned to do as instructed, as yet others began to sing. Only for the faint titles and huntsmen and fantasy, he really engaged and overpowered on them. He is the master of ceremonies. They can tear him apart. A pair of their fangs. A pair with their fangs and claws. Young and cyborg doing the same with another pair. Not himself, you say. When gets away with his magic wand, he's Ruby and John gang up on one, and Laura crashed out underneath his mustang move. Must help your fate. Must help your fate. Megan did a snake crossing in around the center of yet another. Megan shut it with his sound. The fish of another, and then got the beast boy, who turned into a heavy lamp, and started all to the top of the fire globe assailant, moving it like a balloon. Must help your fate. Help your fate. The last one. Gold died, and the wicked smile appeared to be completely lost in the moment. Good, I thought. As he prepared to finish, Wise cut him off. They see you as small and helpless. They see you as just a child. Ah, So now we are going to run. For Ruby's song. The fans when they find out that the warrior will so run wild. Prepare for your greatest moment. Prepare for your finest hour. The team that you have always dreamed is suddenly about to flower. One began to move, and there's a long platform of multiple graves. As she continued to sing, there was no more cheering, and the last remains of the audience. I turned it out my mama was stand back lovely and shot back down to the other side. We are lightning, hanging from the thunder, miracles of ancient wonder. Wait, this is not room, I like called it. This is the opening. My bad. This will be the day we have waited for. I sang just as the holy faith tightened and Huntsman and Anderson then controlled the knitting the bumble. We were pulling him to the floor with her magic. After getting bowled over by her animal friends. That being then followed up by whacking the magician in the face with a thrown reading. But when Bob wanted to retaliate, the thing that White continued to mock him by singing more. How far are we? Okay, we can get in there. This will be the day we open the door. I just want to hear your solution. I hope you are ready for a revolution. Welcome to a world of new solutions. Welcome to a world of the revolution. In time, your heart will open wide. A story will be told, and victory doesn't even need to be finished. Shut up! One more shouted. By ripping out several chunks of metal, giving some rope as well, only for him to slice it apart to the Dark Canyon, and Nightwing to kicking him in the face. The White, with a mocking smile on her face, began to throw like a ballerina along the relief platform. Almost was lost him, and left not one less at the person who would upstage him. Sending forth a torrent of ropes, demons, and laser sharp playing cards toward the Vice. By completely ignoring the other heroes, who were passionately assaulting him. Rise up with Pirate, and the side, and hastily erecting a last-minute glyph to try Emerald herself, only for it to shatter almost instantly. Everything seemed to go into slow motion in that moment. But I could see how low her aura still was, and it was other than the shatter on the Mumbo's side. Should that happen, there was no telling what it would do to her. Instantly, she threw her arm up to shield herself to the side out of desperation. Only for everyone to create and shoot a pepper sword of magic against the road. The magic struck the man's center, and with a loud crack that sounded like shattering glass, it splintered. And released a small explosion of magical energy that shot everyone back. The most final attack dissipated nearly instantly, turning into nothing more than harmless smoke. With a cone, I picked herself off her feet as she cried, only for her discomfort to go by the right side, and she noticed her now normal-looking friends doing the same. Guys, I cried out as she ran towards them. They looked back at her, then each other, and upon seeing that they were indeed back to normal, they jumped up and smiled. Oh, thank God! They shouted, and she and others expecting themselves for anything abnormal. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I prefer being me. I'm going to kill him. That's the muttered. Then again the form Mumbo turned her into. Ah, I did. What if I make to something that at all? Wilbur was currently confronting his sister, who was maintaining that she was perfectly alright. By that means, it is way over to die, now suddenly materialized Miss Gonzalez. Maria, are you alright? Yes. Why, he and absolutely leading Sapphire had the woman up to her feet. I'll be fine. Thank you for saving me, she said earnestly, while looking toward the mice and other heroes. All of you. We smiled and nodded lady, and nodded back. It's no problem. We are just doing our job. Moya smiled merrily and then others couldn't help but smile back in kind. The woman then groaned and almost fell, but a pair of heels holding her up managed to keep her upright. Oh, I think I'm going to take a few days off. How would you do that? You are a landlady. You can't do that. You can't just kick everyone out of the houses for a few days. I couldn't have much more than that. I meant, you definitely. I started to speak, but Mary moved out of the way suddenly, exposing what was behind her. She saw a now walking bumble lying on the ground, which by itself wouldn't have been alarming. The fact that he was comforting violently was. Okay, man? I started right pointing at the man. Everyone turned to look and guessed when she saw the man in the water him. I quickly followed, and two women began to work on saving him. What the hell is going on? Joe asked, as he and another looked on in horror. I can overload, even answered by working to excite as much of the exclamation energy as possible. Somehow, staying the bond is not in the backlash. How did that happen? Yeah, get her out of here now, as we ordered, and the throat Typhoon flew like a good Maria out of the tent, and the rest of the heroes began working on the dying man. And they did. He was those were running wild. As she moved more and more energy out of him, and so his condition continued to deteriorate. One soul began to roll to run. I did this. And this is why the Blood Brotherhood was giving him back the power. Yeah, it's fine. We are gonna stop right here, knowing my voice. I was about to finish this whole thing, but my voice doesn't seem to be complying with me. I don't know if it's hearable, but it is actually hurting. I thought, so I won't be doing this for long. It wouldn't be matter if I could finish, but I don't want to risk it, especially on the day that I'm going to work tomorrow, so I said, and we will see what will happen next time. Because it is not Haven's fault, we know that. But does Haven know? She was always a lot of, she always had a lot of trouble with her magical powers. It is dangerous. The weapon. How do I pull it back? It was always her own idea. That's why she was excluded in the first place. And then what even happened. But now, sorry for ending this soon, but thank you for being here, and see you next time. Bye.